Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your fourth live hour of the day here at Highlight Crafts. I am absolutely honoured to be able to share with you the second live hour of the Sospeso Trasparente launch, the very first Christmas launch from this fabulous brand that's featured here a few times now at Highlight Crafts, and each and every time it's been an absolute showstopper. It gets better and better, but this time it's got festive, and that's what we love about this. Now, the projects and samples.
That's a great opening. Can I just say that out loud? That was blinking brilliant. I nearly swore then, but I stopped myself.
The samples that Mel has put together and cut out and built are absolutely fabulous. She's picked some absolutely extraordinary Christmas home decor pieces that you can find out and about on the high street and completely transform into something stunning. Taking an object, whether it is a wooden Christmas tree, an ornament for your home, something that's pre-existing, maybe a Christmas heirloom that you've had for years and you thought doesn't quite fit in with my home decor anymore. Well, this is something that everybody can get involved with, which requires no previous experience or skill set to do so. And Mel's going to take you through the entire journey from start to finish of how this product becomes this to this. It is honestly unreal. I am obsessed with the way it moves, the way it reacts with heat, the colours, the translucency and transparency with that wonderful shine and shimmer and glossy effects that you get on the surface. Well, we're going to take you all the way through this show. We have got a massive bundle put together for this hour, which is amazing, and it was so busy this morning. I cannot even tell you. The viewers were crazy. It was brilliant. So thank you each and every one of you for joining and taking part. Before we do show you the details of this absolutely crazy deal of your Sospeso Trasparente, I'm going to tell you how to shop and share with you how it all works here at Highlight Crafts, because it's incredibly simple and easy to do so, but wherever you are in the world, you can watch, which is wonderful, and also you can shop with us. So, from the beginning, here at Highlight Crafts, we're streaming live on Facebook and also on Instagram. There are two live social media shoppable platforms. Now, if you're joining us on either one of those platforms, you can, of course, shop and watch, get inspired, whatever suits you, you can get involved with all of it. The giveaways, the prizes, all of that. Today is a day full of giveaways and prizes, which I need to mention to you in just a few moments' time because it's really exciting. We're leading up, of course, to the 90-minute showstopper tonight, which launches at 6 p.m. So bear that in mind. You don't want to go anywhere. If you've got plans tonight, cancel them because you need to be here. Okay, you can go out after 7:30, all right? But other than that, shopping with us, super simple. All you need to do is go to the comments section and type shop, followed by the code that we share with you. So if it's appropriate and applicable to that specific product that you're wanting to get home to your front door, type the word shop, followed by that code. Now, the code for your bundle is it shop bundle? Shop Mega is the one that you need to type into the comments to get hold of this fabulous bundle. So go to the comments now, type Shop Mega. As soon as you type that in, automatically adds it to your basket and you will receive a direct message on whatever platform it is you're joining us. In that message, there will be a link, and all you need to do is click on the link that we've sent you. That will instantly redirect you straight on over to the Highlight Crafts website. When you do actually get to the website, then you need to check out your order. But before you check your order out, most definitely have a browse of the website. Maybe you're going to see some of our other deals that we've got going on at the moment for today and right through the entire day and the previous days as well. Have a little browse of those, and also make sure to log into that Highlight Crafts account of yours. And if you've not got one, please create one. It's free to do so. So you don't want to check out not being a club member because you'll lose out on all of these benefits. Now, the benefits are discounts on every single purchase that you place whilst being logged in. So all of the prices that you see that are already heavily discounted on your screen will come down further at checkout. So when you press that checkout button as a member, it comes down again. Also as well, you're going to get free postage on your mega bundle deal today, because when you spend £35 and over, you're eligible for free postage once that discount has been taken off. And also you're going to build up points. Now those points build up in the background quickly, very quickly actually. They accumulate so fast, you wouldn't even know about it. And talking of points, triple tonight on some of the Tudor Robbins items. I know, right? Fancy that for a triple treat. So once you've done that, check your basket out, and of course your items will be on the way to you. Also as well, you can shop ahead on the website. If you join us on there, lots of you like to do so, you can simply add all of the items down the side of your screen into that basket, and of course click the basket icon to check out, and you can join us on YouTube. So wherever you're watching us today, I hope you're having a wonderful time, but also at the same time, thank you for joining us. Lots of you in the comments already. The lovely Leslie B says, hello again everybody. Hello Leslie. Karen, we've got Helen, we've got Amanda as well, Pauline, Jane, we've got Diane, Rose, we've got loads of you staying with us for this second live hour. And of course, I'm not alone for this one. I do have the wonderful Mel Heaton, of course, our
Hi.
Sospeso connoisseur, getting ready in the wings of the studio.
Right.
So we've got lots to look forward to. It's very exciting. And of course, we've got Ethan on cameras as well. Good morning, Ethan. There he is in his warehouse gloves. He's usually picking and packing and getting all of your items out to you. Super, super quick. But of course, today he's on cameras for an hour. And also, we've got Lewis producing and directing the show.
Hello.
Big shout out from Lewis there. So if you want to get involved in this show, type the word treat for a link to the event tonight as well. And also, Lewis, for the giveaway today, the code word is... We'll come back to you in a minute. We'll come back to you in a second on that one. You know, I thought we were just going to roll off.
No,
the
well,
tongue.
that was a Stephanie thing this morning at 8 o'clock. Let's give 1,000 points on every show. But of course, we've been in here, so nobody's been informed of that decision.
Right.
So now we'll set you up a code.
Right, everybody.
you go.
Well, you heard it here first.
Brilliant.
We're going to be having that to you in just a second. Right, feast your eyes upon this, because you have got here 10 sheets of Sospeso Trasparente in your festive images, okay? Now, these have been put together as one entire bundle for you, and that is the way that you were shopping this morning. Of course it was. It's your greatest and biggest saving. In fact, I think the biggest saving I've ever seen us do on a launch bundle of your Sospeso before. Now, it's Shop Mega to get hold of all 10 of these, whether it's the poinsettia or the poinsettia embellishments, whether it's going to be your hellebore, you've got your white poinsettia, your Christmas finishes. So you've got in here your pine cone, you've got the candy cane berries, everything to fill out those projects. Also a bit of autumnal decor as well. I think this is a favourite of mine, this one here, with those wonderful fiery oranges and all of your spiced elements. You've then got this one here with a completely different ruffled amber tone inside it. You've got your birds, you've got your bright pinks as well. So maybe you like to celebrate pinkness at home and you like to have a little pop of pink into your decor. It looks wonderful and gels really well with multiple tones. And then you've got the wonderful star white in here as well, with those wonderful little, almost like craft paper coloured foliage inside it. Now, this bundle comes to you. It should be just shy of £100, I know, right? Which is already a great price considering the quality and the perseverance of this product and the way it's being formed and developed. But today, it's right down to £49.99 before your club discount is taken off at checkout. That is a deal and a half. Mel, I cannot believe the price of this.
I know, isn't that fabulous? So instead of £7.50 a sheet, which is already reduced, can I just say that out loud? You've already got a discount on what we were going to do, 2 for £14.99. But now you're getting all of them. If you buy the mega bundle, and I would absolutely encourage you to do that, because then you can go out and you can zhuzh up what you've already got, or you can go and spend a relatively small amount of money and make creations like this. And just adding those extra little accents here and there makes such a difference. One thing I will say to you though, if you are getting this Christmas one, please get the gel and get the crystal glass.
Ooh, okay.
Because the difference, if you look at the middle of those flowers, David,
in the centre here,
we've actually coloured some of them with alcohol inks. So just put them in a little container and coloured them. I'm going to show you how to do that.
I love that colour. It's like an amber glass.
It is. It's the bronze. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Wow.
Shake and gilt, absolutely.
Yes.
It will work with that.
Look
Your
at the shake and
Mixion
gilt.
with your metal leaf would work with that. I don't know if we've got any of the liquid gold left, the liquid leaf from Cadence, you know, the one that we mix with the resin.
We haven't, but on our gilding show next, we do have a metallic liquid paint.
Right.
So you could use
There
that.
you go. That will be lovely for that. But yeah, all your Cadence mediums are going to work perfectly with this. Now, this was just a wreath that I literally picked up at the range. I'm just going to tell you where we got them from, because you're going to ask. I know.
Of course.
Honestly, they have some beautiful pieces, but adding the Sospeso on takes it to a whole new level. Nice baubles, David. Look at the size of those.
Look at these Bobby Dazzlers.
Fantastic.
They're amazing.
Aren't
and
they?
It transforms something that in the shop still looked lovely, but you've completely added your own personal impression.
Absolutely.
And that means that if you don't really want to delve into the world of paint and bringing all those other things out, you can just add your Sospeso to them and go, do you know what? I've done this myself. I've completely transformed it. I mean, look at this, like a Nordic spiral tree with all those bright whites placed just evenly on the surface. Don't they just really pop?
They look lovely, don't they?
It makes such a difference. Oh, and what
And
I
then
do
the
like
stag.
is the stag
I
with
know.
the bird
Isn't
and the
he
antlers.
fabulous? Look at him with the robin on the branch.
You know, when
in
I
his
saw
antlers.
this, I was so excited to see how you were going to decorate it.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It's amazing.
It's so simple, and you could really go to town with it if you wanted to. But I just thought, you know what? Just to show you, there's a little. I'm hoping that might have been switched off. Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
Wow.
Isn't
my
that
God,
amazing?
I know where I'm going.
Now, for the 3 large baubles and all of the bases, so the stag, the wreath, the lantern, the 2 trees, it was £68.
Stop it.
Seriously.
No.
It was £68.
What?
If you've got a Christmas stall and you take something like that stag, which I think was £12.99, add your Sospeso on, you're looking at £29.99 then. So use these flowers, which you're getting on a ridiculous deal. They're under £5 a sheet with your discount, which is crazy, to do things like this for your Christmas stall, because honestly, that is going to draw people in. And I cannot tell you how easy this is to do. If you can hold a ball tool and light a flame, you can make these.
Wow. Oh
Aren't
my
they
goodness.
stunning?
Every single time I look at them, I see something different. I think
Yep.
the wreath as well was really inspiring to think, well, we've all probably got a wreath from last year. Maybe even
Right.
the hoops left over, or maybe it's not looking so good. It's a bit worse for wear. Zhuzh it up, add these to it. Now, you've been absolutely lapping up and loving the previous collections of Sospeso. We know you have, because a lot of them sold out even the first time they came in. But this is the time to get your Christmas ones. It's the first time Christmas has been featured with Sospeso. So take the opportunity today, because I know Mel and the team put a very generous offer together for you, so you could get this at a great price for a very special day here at Highlight Crafts, which of course is our big event. Leading up to it though, you've got these, get them in your basket, get them checked out, because I could imagine that by later on today, we are going to be approaching limited for these, because it's been absolutely flying. I think almost each and every one of you that joined this morning popped a bundle in your basket, but for those of you that are joining this hour, this is the opportunity to do so. It's the second and only second live hour today, of course, of this show featuring live. Shop Mega, £49.99. Along with this, though, Mel did mention that there's some really important items you need to pop into your basket to be able to actually replicate what Mel's going to showcase. Now, we have got a feature amount of stuff on here, all from Sospeso, all from the brand. So it's not something that we've put with it and thought this will work well. It's something that's been designed to actually complement and add to the effect of these florals. Now, the kit itself to actually mould them and shape them is fundamental, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we had a lovely, one of our lovely friends from home messages this morning to say, please get the right tools, because she tried it with a metal ball tool, it doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
It cools it too quickly.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
So the sponge, and you know me, I've said this from day one when I first started doing shopping TV, I would never sell you anything that you don't need or that I wouldn't buy myself. And the difference that this makes, it's just the right density to be able to mould into that plastic with these wooden ball tools. Now, I can tell that the lady that owns Sospeso is a crafter, because what she's done is she's given you 2 ball tools. They're wooden for that very reason. You don't want to be using your metal ones, but she's put different size on each end. She could have done 4, couldn't she? But no, she's a crafter. So these are absolutely fabulous. So you're going to get your two ball tools. This is going to last you forever, all right? You're not going to need to replace these. It's really spongy and it's perfect. But when you push that plastic into it, it molds it. You will not believe how easy it is to do. Please, if any of you is sitting there going, I can't do that. Yes, you can. You will be blown away. Even Emily, who's our social media apprentice, she came over yesterday. I said, just come and film this, Emily. And she came over and she looked at me. She went, is that it? I was like, yep. It's brilliant. If you want to make your wreaths, whether it's for Christmas, whether it's for Easter, a celebration, whatever it is, if you want to decorate up your box friends, zhuzh up your baubles, whatever you want to do, this is going to work for it. And it is a brilliant product.
Absolutely. So to get those tools, the fundamental parts of the kit to create and shape those flowers, all you need to do is type shop embossing into the comments right now, or add them to your basket if you're joining us on the website. Just drag and drop those in there. It's £17.99. It's been dropped from just under £20, so you've already got a saving, plus a saving of your club discount as well, and you might be using some cheeky points. Maybe you've won some points in one of the shows this week already. You might be putting those to good use during today. Why not? Now, along with this as well, Mel mentioned about those crystals in the centre of the flower. Now, we've got them in a small and a medium here.
See those, then you can see the difference.
Okay, fabulous. Look at these. So these are, they're like a finely softened edged glass, aren't they?
Yes, they're not sharp at all, but this adds the crystal element to the centre of your flowers, and I'm going to show you how to do this. You use the resin gel with them, but they make such a difference to the finish. especially for this type of year, this time of year. Now, David, we know that tonight we're launching our next 3 for 2s on mini artwork downloads.
We are.
There is a poinsettia rice paper in there that's pinks.
There is.
That is going to look spectacular.
That's going to work with that.
Absolutely spectacular.
Oh, it really will.
But that makes such a difference. It puts the frost on.
It does. You can see it
It's
adds
really
that
good.
realism, and
Yeah, it's fab.
it literally looks like when you go out first thing in the morning. It's been a really cold winter's night, and all of the tips of the leaves of everything has that crustacean of frost forming on the top, and it almost looks as though it's been artistically placed. Well, you can do that on the surface of
so
these.
easy.
You're going to, of course, be able to shop for the small or the medium. If you want to go for the smaller ones, it's shop small. It's only £6.99 for a full 100-gram bag of those. That's a brilliant price.
A lot.
That is a lot of those. You can see how little has been used actually to create that effect in the centre of there. If you did, however, though, want to go for the medium, and I would suggest going for both, shop medium at £6.99 for, of course, also another 100-gram bag of those. I'm just going to pass those back to Mel. There you go.
Gladly.
So along with that, to place these, of course, and secure them onto the Sospeso florals, you're going to need what Mel described, of course, as that adhesive. Well, it's actually, is it your gel vitrificante?
Let me have a look. Yes, that's the one. It's
There
a
we are.
resin. Resin gel.
Okay, so the curing time of this, Mel, how long are we looking?
Well, I would suggest that if you do a big batch, I would leave them overnight. So
Okay.
if we look at this, that's pretty rigid there now, but where we've got the depth of the gel in the centre, that's going to take a little bit longer to dry. I do think if you put them on your resin heat mat,
Oh, that's a great
that would
shout.
work,
Yeah,
wouldn't it? Because
definitely.
it doesn't get hot enough to melt it. But and honestly, the difference that makes is brilliant. And the fact that we've been bringing you all those different colours of alcohol ink, you can colour them. Means that you can put any colour centre in your flowers, which is
Brilliant.
great.
I love
but
that.
it is a fabulous product. And can I just say, we've made hundreds and thousands of flowers. This particular bottle went to Doncaster. This has done every single flower I've ever made with Sospeso, and the level is still there.
Wow.
You need the tiniest amount of this. It's a brilliant, brilliant product.
Oh, well, there you go. There you have it. If you want to get this, and you absolutely need it to be able to create what Mel's showing with you, and it's going to dry clear as well. It really complements that glass. Shop gel, it's only £12.99 for a full bottle of it. A little goes an extremely long way. If it's been all the way to Doncaster and back, and it's been, of course, featured on all of the projects and samples, not only the ones behind me, but the ones that were from the very start of the Sospeso journey, you know how far this goes. So as a crafter at home, it's going to last you a very long time. Shop gel for that one, £12.99. Mel, would you like me to go through a few more items, or should we come over to you and have a little look?
Let's do a demo.
Let's have a look, shall we?
Because
Wonderful.
I need to see how easy this is to do. So my setup is a tea light. If you're not happy using a naked flame, you can use a heat gun, but if you've got a heat gun that's got a stand on it, it's better, because by the time you've heated and then put your heat gun down, turned it off, got your tools, started to mould, it will have solidified again. Now you can remould it, but if you've got a heat gun that's got a stand on, you can keep that constant heat going through. I don't mind working with a naked flame. We're all grown-ups, aren't we? So you decide what you want to do. So first of all, I just want to show you how you can colour the crystal glass. So I've got these little Vivaplex containers that we sell on our website, and I'm just going to put a small amount in here. Okay, so just about that many. You're probably going to use a third of that on a flower, but the fact that we bring you so many different colours of those alcohol inks is brilliant. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a shake, because this has a metallic, and you can see the mica in the pot and the lid. Look. Oh wow. You see how it's shimmering in the lid?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so all you're going to do is put 2 or 3 drops, literally, that's all you need, onto there. And then you're going to take your lid and close this up, and then you're going to shake it to wake it.
Ooh, okay. Shake it to who?
Shake it to wake it.
Shake it to wake it. I like that.
Shake it to wake it.
Little
That's what I have to
markers.
do with me in the morning. Get out of bed and go and shake myself. Like that, right? I know.
Wow.
I love autumn and I love winter, but getting up in the morning when it's dark is a little bit difficult.
It makes it really tricky.
Yeah.
It does. It's
But
hard.
I do like dark nights.
Yeah.
Then you got that, look.
Oh, wow. That's coated all of them.
Yep. Then leave the lid off so the alcohol can evaporate, but 3 tiny drops will colour.
That's
that
amazing.
amount.
I'm just
Brilliant,
thinking of
isn't
all
it?
of those colours now. All those vibrant ones.
Thinking
That's
about
gonna
them
look-
differently now, aren't you?
I wonder if you could. Oh, do you know
Go
with
on.
the Sospeso glass? I wonder then
Yep.
if you can set it in the resin that we had on yesterday.
Yeah, of course you can.
That would
Absolutely,
look.
you can.
So you can have coloured glass set inside your resin.
Yes, you can.
Oh my word. Yeah, that needs to.
I think you
needs
could
to
put
do
these
that.
inside your resin, couldn't you?
Yes, yeah, of course you can. Yeah, because you can. Oh, right.
Right,
okay.
so imagine you've got, let's think about what you'd need. You could do like a bowl that has like a ball of flowers and then pour
Yeah.
your resin around it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we've got the bowl and all the flowers to tuck into the channel of the mould, and you. Right, we need to do that. Shall we go do that now?
Go do that now if you want. I don't mind doing this by myself. Right, now then, let's just make a really basic poinsettia. So, I did show you this morning how to cut them on your scan and cut. I will do that again on Tuesday because I want to get some of these flowers made for you. The giveaway code, we've got one, is banana. Completely relevant to Christmas florals. Banana.
Banana.
Thank you for that, Lewis.
Must be the day of the fruit.
Just type banana into the comments. You've got a chance to win 1,000
Bananas.
points. I nearly did an Amanda this morning and went 10. No, not 10,000 points. That was very funny. If you've only just joined us recently, or Amanda, she's off this week. She's having a week off, having a rest. On one of the first shows that we ever did, instead of saying we're going to give away 100 points or 1,000 points, so we're going to give away 10,000 points, which is £100. And I saw Stephanie go like that. And then she went, well, you said it now, got to do it. So Amanda just went, you're welcome.
That was hilarious.
It was brilliant.
It's quite iconic.
Right, now then, so once you've cut them out, they're going to come out like this, okay? And then what I like to do is just snip in between some of these petals. So I'm following the curve of that petal. This little bit here that's sticking out, on this I'm not particularly bothered because you've got the points that come at the base and the tip of those leaves. But if I'm cutting in between something like here, I'm going to go in like that, and then this bit, again, I'm not going to worry about that, but if it was a rounded leaf, I would cut that away. And it just allows the material to form or to mould a little bit more. So then all you're going to do, this is the brilliant bit. Seriously, if you're sitting there thinking, I can't, watch this, because you'll change your mind. I'm going to put this over the flame. Now you want it to be about 3 centimetres away, and you can see it start to curl. Place that down on your mat and do that. And that's your petal
That's
moulded.
it.
That's it. If you want to go in and turn the tip the other way, do that. Press down with the ball tool, lifts the tip. I mean, it couldn't be easier. Now what I like to do is then move my tweezers round and just keep that held because it stops that melting back. Go in with your next one. Let it start to just relax, and then you're just going to push that ball tool into there.
This is such a
I mean, it couldn't be easier. If you go, oh, I don't like that, want a little bit more definition, just reheat it and go in with the smaller ball tool.
Oh,
so you can see the depth. Look, yeah, you can reheat it.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
yeah,
great.
yeah, you can reheat them if you're not happy with it. So you're not like, oh no, I don't want that petal going that way. I want the petal going the other way. You can make that happen, which I think is fabulous.
Yeah,
Look at that.
You've
So
got
you can
chance.
literally just push in with the ball tools. I mean, it's you know when I said it doesn't need any skill, I meant it. Okay, because anybody can do this, and I think this on boxes. So the rice paper that we've got tonight, we need to get those stackable boxes added to that show, David.
We do.
Because that with this would look absolutely extraordinary. Don't go out and go buy gift boxes, make them, but make them look the best that they can possibly be. And I'll tell you something, those boxes will come out year after year after year, and they'll be used to put all sorts of different Christmas treats in and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to get those boxes and do a treat tower, a tower of treats.
Yes.
Where each box has a different homemade gift inside it. So I might do some jams or some lemon curd and some truffles and chocolates and little mince pies and all that kind of stuff. But then all I'm going to do is just hold it over the flame, let the middle just soften, and look at the depth. I'm just going to do that again. Didn't go quite. There we are. And then push in. Now we've gone from that to that in seconds.
That's amazing.
Isn't that just fabulous?
It looks just like a poinsettia as well with the ruffles at the edge.
Yes, it does.
That's
and all I've done is
brilliant.
that.
And that is the action that you need to do.
Right? That's all I've done is that. It's brilliant. Right, let's do a smaller one. In fact, I'm going to layer 3 of these. I'm going to be a bit extravagant. You don't need to be this extravagant. But that deal that we've got for you, so before your discount, it's $49.99. That is tremendous value for money. We do them in pairs, in sets of 2 at $14.99, where you're paying £7.50 a sheet. If you can stretch to the mega bundle, please do, because once you start playing with these, it's really addictive, like really, really addictive, and you don't want to stop. And if you are on your resin journey, wait till Jane sees these.
Oh my gosh, she's going to love it because she's always looking for other things to add.
She is. Look at this.
And this would be great for Jane too, because maybe just like Jane, she wanted to try a sheet or two. We have actually got them all as individuals for you. So if you thought, well, actually, do you know what? I really like the poinsettias. I'm going to go for those. I'm going to try Sospeso for the first time. They're at a great price. If you just want to go for, of course, the individuals, it's $14.99 and you're going to get 2 of those.
I know, right?
That's a brilliant price. And you can see, of course, instantly the value of the mega bundle. It brings them under a £5 each rather than being $7.50. But you've still got savings either way because we've brought the price down to suit absolutely everybody, regardless in whichever way you'd like to shop today. I'm not going to lie though, and I can understand why most of you, if not all of you, have gone for the mega and then popped a couple of the individuals in there. I think I would be going for my red poinsettias and the red sort of wreath making element as an additional because I'm going to use more of those. I just know I am. But at home you might be thinking the pink ones, that's going to be all over this Christmas. I'm buying all them.
Okay, but think about wreaths for Christmas on your front door.
Yeah.
These are going to stand the weather.
Well, yeah, they're not going to absorb water.
No. Now, we did have a lady, David, and this is a question for you.
Oh, okay.
I'm really sorry, I can't remember your name because Stephanie read out the question. But she said, is there a Cadence product or any product that we sell that would take away the gloss?
Take away the shine of it. Yes, there is. So you could add your Cadence frosting gel. You could paint this over the top, and what that will do is add a semi-matte finish, and you could top coat that with the Cadence Matte Aquastone varnish.
Lovely.
The thing with Cadence Matte Aquastone is that, of course, if the surface layer underneath is glossy, it doesn't always dull it down the entire way, but if you use the frosting gel, it dries with an ever so slight haze to it, giving you, of course, that matte finish. So absolutely, I would use the frosting gel for this.
Brilliant. We knew you'd know. We just couldn't decide which product.
Yeah, there's definitely one out there.
Be.
Yeah, you can use a wide variety of things. If you wanted to, you probably could get away with using some of the decoupage mediums that are matte.
That's what came to my mind straight away, the matte decoupage, because I thought that would kind of take off that gloss. I personally love that gloss, but I get that if you don't, then you want to be able to still be able to use it. That will be your solution. I'm really, really hoping that this year, depending on what's going on here, I get to go to the NEC and demonstrate this because this is a brilliant product for the NEC, isn't it? To demonstrate.
Stop and look.
Honestly, it stops you in your tracks. And there's quite a funny story about this. So Diane and Carl, Stephanie's husband, are managing director, and Stephanie went over to Frankfurt in January this year, and this was the stand that stopped Diane and Stephanie in their tracks. Now, the lady that owns it, Monica Allegro, she's Stephanie described her as the crazy Italian, but in the best way possible. She's like us, a little bit bonkers, but passionate about what she does. Doesn't speak a word of English. Stephanie's determined she's going to put an order in for this product, and Carl kept coming back every half an hour. Are you still here? Come on, we've got to get round in a day. Come on. Stephanie's like, I'm not moving. I'm not moving until we've got this order sorted. And when we first brought it to you, I mean, good grief, it was one of our busiest shows that we've ever had here at Highlight Crafts. And I think it's a wonderful, wonderful product. I think it's a brilliant quality. The price is great. The way that you can manipulate these is just fantastic. And it's not expensive either. But it takes I'm going to say it takes a wreath from somewhere like a charity shop, and it makes it something that you would buy in somewhere like Marks and Spencer's or John Lewis.
Well, exactly.
It literally lifts it up. It is a phenomenal brand. Please don't miss out on this because it is so much fun. When you make your first flower, you'll squeal. It is so much fun. Right, so let's glue this together now. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't find my kit and caboodle glue gun this morning.
Oh.
They keep disappearing. I've literally had 2 in my Sospeso box, and neither of them were there this morning.
you can
so I'm
use
using
either.
a plug-in one, it's fine.
Just
I'm
wanted
just
to
going to
ask.
stick these just in the centre, okay? Now, that hot glue will also enable you to form the centres a little bit more. So look at that now. And then I'm going to add the small one in because I'm being really opulent today because I can.
Yeah,
I
why
know.
not?
Well, you know what? It's down to us to make all of these and then show you exactly what they look like. So you could use the resin. It will just take longer to dry. You could also use your Pinflair glue gel if you wanted to do that. But look how amazing this is starting to look. And these ball tools as well. Look how well they work. The wooden ones are essential. If you're going to get this, please get the right tools for the right job. I don't want anybody disappointed, but look how beautiful that looks. So I'll get David to do a quick recap, and then we'll come back and we'll add the gel in. But trust me, you're going to want that gel. I don't say that very often. One of the things I don't like saying is trust me, because because it's just one of those shopping tally things. Oh, trust me, this is brilliant. You get it home, it's rubbish. Promise you, that gel with that crystal will light this up. It's stunning, absolutely stunning.
It is as well. So, along with that, we have been getting a lot of questions.
Oh,
so I'm going to
lovely.
read some of those out for
Yes,
you as well. Cheryl as well says, "Hi David and Mel." Hi,
Hi.
Cheryl. Is the mat painted on the flower before or after it's formed? I would do it after it's formed, definitely. You don't want to add the paint to the Sospeso and then add the heat to it. Definitely form it and then paint it on once it's in that shape, because some mediums might not like the intensity of that heat. Leslie as well, great question from you. I was going to ask this myself.
Oh, nice, good.
If using a heat gun, should it be on the high setting? Because maybe we don't all want to use a candle.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I think it will depend on your heat gun, to be fair. Some of them get really, really hot. Some of them get a little bit lukewarm. But yes, just heat your gun up and get a stand. Make it stand.
Oh, like
because
a Sizzix
then,
one.
Sizzix one's brilliant. Because like then you can just go like that in front of your heat tool. Do it, that, do it. Whereas if you're holding your heat tool, you've got to heat it, turn it off, put it down, then go to here, by which time you have seconds really from it curling to moulding it to forming it. You can reheat it though, but yes, I would say your heat gun, test it out, try it on your lower setting first, see if that works. If it doesn't, then up the heat. But over a naked flame, you can set, well, you imagine how hot that is.
Yeah.
So probably your hottest setting, I would say.
Definitely. Great one. As
Thank
well,
you for that.
lots of you getting in touch. It's wonderful to see all of your comments and questions coming through. Nikki Mace as well. Good morning to you, Nikki. Mel, thank you so much for showing us how to cut out the Sospeso on the scan and cut. I have cut out 4 sheets in minutes, although I didn't mind fussy cutting, but this is brilliant.
Right, let me talk you through the process,
Okay,
please.
great.
So you're going to take a scanning mat and a piece of black card.
Oh.
And you're going to put your black card, I don't know where all my other sheets have got, oh here. You're going to put your black card inside your scanning mat, okay? This is a quicker way than I first came up with. You know, sometimes when you do something a lot and you forget the basics, and then I look at myself and go, why didn't you just do that in the first place? Right, so scanning mat, and then you're going to make sure that your card is straight at the top, and then you're going to put your Sospeso sheet inside here and make sure that that's straight, and you're going to put it in colour side down.
Oh,
because
interesting.
the back of them are white, and white on black is the best contrast for a scanner.
Brilliant.
You then scan that in to cut data, so scan to cut data. It will find all of them. I've done every single sheet that we've cut has been done on the scan and cut. It hasn't missed a single piece. Even the antenna on the butterfly that I showed you yesterday blew Lily's mind. She was like, how on earth has it cut that? But it does. So scan to cut data, save the file, recall the file, get rid of the rectangle that'll be at the bottom and the 3 rectangles that are at the top because they're barcodes, etc. So take those out of the file and then group it together. Then you take that sheet and you put it onto your regular scan and cutting mat, again with the colour facing down, because remember you've got a sticky mat and a transfer that can pull, so you don't want to put that on with the colour facing up. Put a piece of copy of paper over the top and burnish it down on your sticky mat, scan it in, and then take that grouped cutting file and lay it over the top. And because you can see it, it will find it and cut it. Every single one. And look at all of these. There is no way I could have come and done this show. Some of these have got 4 sheets in the packets because I'm prepped and ahead, ready. When they go, oh, by the way, Mel, tomorrow you're going to the NEC, I'm ready. But all of these different ones, look at all of these different pieces, all cut on your scan and cut. If you don't have a scan and cut, we do have a great deal on one at the moment, but you can also cut them out with a pair of scissors. I will say the Tim Holtz scissors that have got a serrated edge are really good because it grips the plastic.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't have to be Tim Holtz scissors, but if you've got scissors that have got a serrated edge, they're really good because it grips the plastic. And you don't have to be pinpoint accurate because it's clear. So if you look on here, for example, there's a slight there, just very, very slight where you can just see that clear around the edge. You're not even going to see that when it's shaped.
Well, no, because it'll just all sort of ruffle up a little bit, won't it?
Yeah, not even going to see it. I mean, this is by far the easiest craft product with the most stunning results that you'll ever use. To be able to go from a flat well, let's just say a flat flower like that, to that poinsettia with that level of depth and detail is remarkable. Then you add your crystal glass in and it takes it to a whole new level. Then you can use it for jewellery. Imagine a brooch back on that.
I'm just thinking hair pieces and brooches.
I'll tell you what else it'll look lovely on. Napkin rings.
Yes, it would.
Round the base of candles. Things like that.
Well, we got asked a question about candles. What would you apply it with? Would you wrap it to a ribbon and tie it on or something?
Yes, or I think your pimple hair glue gel might work, you know.
Okay.
Because it was made to work on plastic and waxes and things like
yeah,
that.
Absolutely. If not, if you want it detachable, I would probably hot glue it to a ribbon or something and tie it on.
Or just put hot glue and put it onto the candle.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the wax, if you put heat gun on the wax, it'll probably stick, won't it? I think so. Maybe. Try it.
You talk yourself into that and then out of it. That was brilliant. Maybe, possibly.
Who knows?
Let's try.
I think that was probably the most sort of technical answer or untechnical answer we've probably given.
I think that's brilliant.
But yeah, thank you so much for joining us, everybody.
Yes,
just going to give you a quick
too.
recap on here because we have been asked questions about the film as well for some of you that want to print your own. So Mel, talk to us about this. How does this work? Is that okay?
I feel really rude not talking to the camera. Yes, so this is brilliant. Now, if you've got Minecraft Studio and you've been building that digital library that we've been bringing you over the past however many years, but more recently, months, this is brilliant. Now, when Stephanie saw it, Monica was using it with a very thin paper. I tried a very thin paper. It didn't work.
Okay.
There was too much structure in the paper for it to really mould. So if you bring on Micro Studio, bring on all the flowers or the foliage that you want to mould, and then print it off on rice paper, then you're going to take a thin layer of this napkin glue. You can use napkins as well if you prefer, and use the cut and use foam to just put a thin layer. You need to see that it's white. If it's gone clear, it's too thin, but you don't need a thick layer, okay? And then you put your rice paper with the colour side down onto the plastic film, so that when you turn it over, once that glue's dried, you get that gloss, okay? Now then, if you didn't want the gloss, but you still want the mouldability, you can put your rice paper with the colour facing up.
Great shout.
So you don't have any shine on it at all, okay? So that's another option. So that is your transparent with your glue, all right, your napkin glue. Now the white one is very much like if you're doing a canvas and you white gesso it first, or you buy a pre-primed white canvas, that's the one that's going to make all the colours pop.
Yeah.
Right? So it's no different to David base coating something before, like when you do the glass plates and you put the rice paper on the glass. As soon as you paint over that with white hybrid acrylic, it makes those colours pop. It's the same with this. Now on the white one, you're only ever going to put your rice paper on with the colour facing up, because if you put it facing down, you're not going to see it.
Of course.
So that's the way, but it's the same glue for both. So when I say to you, when we bring on all those scene building elements and I go 2 words, Sospeso Trasparente, these are the products that you will need to be able to make your own. They don't mould they're not as, they don't shape quite as much because you've got the structure of the rice paper there, but I would absolutely, I mean, by all means try it on copy paper, but for me, it just I didn't want to mould. Yeah, it's too much, the fibres are almost holding it together, whereas rice paper is really open. And it works perfectly on that as well.
Brilliant.
That
Okay.
answer your question, I hope.
Absolutely. So,
can we also talk about this?
Yeah, of course. Just to give you the codes for that one, it was, of course, shop neutral for that one, which is £14.99. And if you did want to go for the white one that we just explained to you, we'll give you that pop of colour against the rice paper. It's shop white for an opaque finish, £14.99. And you are going to want this glue as well inside there as well. The glue itself, again, a large quantity within the bottle. Use your Cadence cut and use foam if you want to apply this one to the surface as well. And you're going to need it, especially if you're going for this, to apply that rice paper to it. And the code for your glue is, there we go, shop glue, £12.99. So same price as your resin. Great shout.
Now then.
Sorry, quick question.
Yes,
Can you
please.
stamp onto the films?
Ooh.
Yes, I don't see why not. You need something like a StazOn, a permanent ink. I'm just worried about you heating it because it's a solvent-based ink. That's my only thing. I would say try a bit. I don't see why it wouldn't work, but the other thing that I'm thinking about now is if you're stamping on it when it's flat, when you heat it, you're going to lose that image, aren't you?
True. Interesting though.
You could stamp on your rice paper and put your rice paper on.
There you go.
There you
Try
go.
that way.
There's your answer.
That's the one.
Takes a while.
There's always a way. There's always a way. These storage boxes
These
are
are great, aren't they?
These are
so
fabulous.
I know we've had these in, and we couldn't honestly. It's taken us months to get these back in stock. As soon as we brought you these, they flew out. These are pre-scored for you. You've got all the little slots and slits where you need them, which is always good. You're getting 5 of them, I believe, for $19.99.
Wow.
And you just fold them, and all your Sospeso fits in here. So your sheets, but also your flowers.
Yeah.
But also stencils.
I was literally just thinking stencils, stickers, all
those
those
bits of stickers that you've got left over. These are brilliant, and they stand. So you could label them, get your label maker, just write on which is which. These are brilliant. If you love everything being lovely and neat and tidy in your craft room, and that everything has its place, these are brilliant, and they're a really thick. They're like our construction weight.
I was thinking they are literally very much that medium, thick, durable. They're not going to, of course, get all of the corners scuffed. It keeps everything nice, tidy, and clean as well. And you can see what's in it. You don't have to open each one thing, and you don't have to think, oh, which one was in there. You can literally see through it, and then you know exactly what you're going to be getting.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Shopbox $19.99, great shout for those, not just for Sospeso, but for lots of other items on the show. The main feature of the hour, of course, being that mega bundle. Okay, see you in a second, Mal. The main feature being that incredible mega bundle. Unbelievably busy for that one. So thank you to each and every one of you shopping and joining us for today's show. If you want to go bananas and get 1,000 points, type the word banana into the comments. Don't ask me why, but just do it. If you're joining us and you're maybe not even shopping for your Sospeso, you can still be in with the chance to win 1,000 bananas. 1,000 bananas. 1,000. Can you imagine?
That's a lot of bananas.
That is a lot of bananas.
You want to win 1,000 bananas?
1,000 bananas. Could you imagine the parcel?
Can you
Ethan, would you like to
imagine?
pack that one? You might have to go pick them. I don't know. But 1,000 points could be on the way to one lucky winner that's joining during this hour. So if you've entered it at any point during the show, you need to stay right up until the end to find out who, because it might be you.
Alison Cheshire.
Oh, Alison Cheshire.
Sorry. That's just randomly come into my head. Alison Cheshire, you were the winner of the last one. It's my fault, I forgot to do the draw. But Alison Cheshire, if you're still watching, you will keep an eye out for an email from us because you've just won yourself £10 credit on your account in the form of 1,000 points.
Wow.
How exciting is that?
Alison, great shout.
Right.
I hope you're watching. If not, you'll sure find out.
Shall we have a look at this? I'm just going to
do it.
nudge that tea light over there a little bit out of the way. Right, let's have a look at this gel, shall we? Because this is like a resin gel. So just let it come down. It's quite viscous in its form, but also make sure that you keep these clean. All right, so after every use, just get a wet wipe right around here because it's resin and it'll bond. Right, so all I do is straight out of the bottle.
Oh, I like you don't have to mix it with another one.
Nope, put a nice blob in the middle like that. And then take something like one of these glue applicators. I bet you've got hundreds of these at home. We sold thousands and thousands and thousands of these when tattered lace first came out, because you were struggling to get your glue on the back of such lacy die cuts. So we brought this out, and then all I'm doing is dragging this resin up here from that centre. It's much easier to do it with this. You could do it with a pokey tool if you wanted to, something like that. And then I'm going to take some onto these second layer of these petals as well, just a little bit here and there, just wherever the frost would hit. Okay, so once you've done that, you can reuse these as well, which is great.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
That's
wipe
a great
that off
shout.
and then you can use it again, which is fabulous.
I do love them.
Right, now then, we're going to bring in the coloured ones that we did before so that you can really see it against the light colour of this poinsettia. I do love a poinsettia, but they're really quite difficult to keep alive, aren't they?
Do you know what? That's so true. They're
Whereas
tricky.
these, they're tricky.
They are tricky, and the flower is the actual, what you're making now, isn't it?
Yep.
Your centre, the rest of it's the leaves. I
Yes.
mean, I usually buy a poinsettia because I do love to have them.
I
They're
do
very
love them.
traditional.
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't always last too
Now,
long.
all of that lot is going to go back in that tub. Okay, so just knock off any excess. You will find that it will sink slightly in the middle because you're adding weight to a liquid. But look how stunningly beautiful that is.
Wow.
Now, when you're doing just the clear one, when you put it in, you'll be disappointed because it'll look like it's all sunk down and disappeared. Don't be disappointed, because when you actually have finished it, look at that in the middle. That's what you'll end up with. Now, you could use your finger waxes over those if you wanted to from Cadence, couldn't you? But it gives you that shimmer and that shine. It literally looks like frost. If you want to do Sospeso to its best finish, I guess, to really, really bring it to life, then please get that gel and that crystal glass, because it really does look lovely. And then all of this is just going to go straight back into that little pot. You'll find these pots on the website. They're called Vivaplex. You'll find them. They might be in a bundle with other containers, but get them three drops of alcohol ink in a container like that. Shake it to wake it, and it's as easy as that. Right, shall we go straight into another flower?
Should we do it? Do you know what I've just thought as well
Go on, what
with
have
these?
you
What would look
thought?
so nice?
Oh, go on.
Because when you put those crystals on there, I thought, I wonder what it looked like with light behind it. And I remember years and years ago, when I was a kid, my grandma, she used to have these fairy lights on her Christmas tree, and each one of the bulbs was actually a flower. But
Right.
you could hot glue the plastic flower onto some LED string lights, and each one of the bulbs would then be a light up flower on the tree. How amazing would that look? So you could have them on your Christmas tree.
I have big roses. They're about this big, the flower heads.
Yeah.
And there's a clip on the back, and you just clip them onto the branches. You could do the same with this.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
But wear them.
Yeah,
Wear them as a piece of jewellery.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
definitely.
that as a brooch, and you could add some extra elements into there. But they're stunning. And you know what? You could make and sell them.
Make and sell them, of course. I don't even know if we mentioned that, but make and sell to your heart's content with
Absolutely.
this.
Right, so all we're going to do now is choose the appropriate ball tool. So I've got the medium one, I've then got the small one, and then I've got the super small one. And to do the berries, I just wanted to show you this because I thought this would be quite cool. So a bit at a time, we're going to go in and we're just going to heat that up and then go in and just press. All right, so just press with those ball tools. You can also heat it this way if you prefer, so you're not having to then turn it over. And then you can go in here and you can go and do these. And then we just carry on doing this. David's just about to leave us for a few minutes, but not because he needs a wee, just because he needs to go next door and get ready for the next show.
I am indeed. Enjoy
What is
the
it
rest.
next?
So next is gilding. We've
Oh,
got a gilding show. I'll
gilding
see
with
you
this.
later. Yes.
I'll tell you what, those Milner jars.
We'll bring a couple of flowers in with you, Mel.
I will, I'll bring
do
the
some
flowers.
gilding. Enjoy the
I will.
1,000 bananas.
Look at that. Look at the berries. How fabulous is that? Look at the shape. It's a superb product. Now, like I said earlier on, there aren't many things in this industry now that stop us in our tracks, because when you've been in this industry as long as Stephanie and I and Diane have, and a lot of David has as well now, you're a bit like, is it a gimmick? Absolutely not. Now, there used to be a brand like this many, many years ago. Stephanie was actually involved with the company. They were a Dutch company, and they brought something similar to this out, but it was much thicker. And the reason that they stopped manufacturing it was because they couldn't get hold of the core products to actually make it. Now, the reason that I know this is different is because Monica, who owns the company, this is patented to within an inch of its life. So that tells me to get a patent on a product, it has to be different to anything else that's out there. So you can literally get these into your basket, get them home, light a candle or put your heat gun on, whichever you prefer, and play. And seriously, you will have the best time. Get yourself a box, get everything cut out first, sit in front of the TV if you haven't got a scan and cut them all out. Scan and cut is brilliant for this, I have to say, and it cuts it amazingly. And I can see you all now at home, imagine you all now at home, sat there with your scan and cuts out going, oh, I've got all this Sospeso that I bought earlier on and now it'll cut it for me. I know, it's brilliant, right? Or if you can do that, you can use Sospeso. I want a little bit of a curl in that petal, so it's just coming up slightly like that. You can manipulate it, and then while it's still warm, you can pull that up. Now, just be careful because you're putting plastic over a flame, okay? Now, sometimes if you get a bit close, you'll get a little bit of soot, but you'll learn from that, because I did. You learn quite quickly from that. I haven't had one set alight yet, which is good. But the quality of this product is absolutely exceptional, and it couldn't be easier. You know, if you saw these out and about, you'd think, oh, I bet you've got to go on a course and get knowledge for that. You don't. Honestly, this is brilliant product. It's one of my favourite products of this year. I'm so glad that Stephanie and Diane literally stuck the meeting out, because it's been absolutely well worth it. And to be able to make beautiful florals that look realistic, that you've shaped yourself, I think is fantastic. I would even go to the lengths of saying, if you've got a wedding in your family this year, imagine your flowers done with this, because that would look amazing, and they'll never die. So if you have got somebody in a home, in hospital, anything like that, and you want to really brighten their day and you can't take fresh flowers in anymore, then this would look stunning. And then for the center, I just kind of scrunch the petals up, just literally put it over that flame and then press down with that ball tool. Look at that. It's brilliant, isn't it? But if then you suddenly go, oh, that petal's a bit high, I don't want it that high, just take it back. Just take it back over that flame in front of that heat, and it just goes back to where it was before. It is fabulous. And I love that. I love the fact that when you, it's like when I used to teach alcohol markers, and people would go, oh, I'm scared of alcohol markers because once it's down, it's down. Once you understand how an alcohol marker actually works, you understand that not only can you add colour, but you can take it away. So when you've got a product that you might be thinking, oh gosh, you know, I've paid this money for these flowers, I've cut them all out, they're all pristine and brilliant, but what if I mess it up? You can undo it. Takes the fear away, doesn't it? And then you just sit back and go, like that, and enjoy the process. And that's why we craft in the first place, isn't it? To switch off from all the other rubbish that's going on in the world, and there's a lot of it going on at the moment, and just sit in our creative space and make beautiful things. And you don't even need a reason. Just do it just because you can, because not everybody is as creative as you guys are, and we know you are because we see your makes on Highlight Your Creativity, and some of us follow you on social media, etc., etc. So we know that there are people out there that are incredibly talented, and this, I just think if you can add this into your crafting arsenal, you're going to have the best time. It really is a lot of fun, and you just sit there and you make your beautiful, beautiful flowers. Get those crystals, because that really does make a difference. Now, gilding next. If you've got your metal leaf, it's going to be brilliant on there. Sorry, Lewis.
Got a couple of questions.
Yeah, go on.
Can you die cut the films?
Well, you don't have the dies, so that would be difficult.
Film.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Sorry, yes, you can die cut it. Use your metal shim, as long as you've got a die cutting machine that has a metal shim, because it needs that metal on metal contact to be able to cut through that plastic. But yes, absolutely.
And can you die cut with the white film?
Yes, with a metal plate.
And then shape it into
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely you can. All of that. It's brilliant, isn't it? I think it's a fabulous product. I love the fact that you're already starting to think outside the box with it. I think that's really cool. And then leaf-wise, it's exactly the same process. There really is nothing, no difference. So leaf, tweezers. I like my reverse tweezers because it keeps my fingers away from the flame. And then you're just going to heat it. You'll see it start to move. Look, there it goes. And then you're just going to go in and push. I mean, how simple is that? Look at that. It's fabulous, isn't it? And if you wanted to go right in with your very small ball tool and really get that crinkle on the edge of there, you can also do that as well. Look at that. Look how it's shaped, the edge of that leaf. It is fabulous. Thank you for joining us. And blow that out and do what my mum used to do. Don't do that at home. Put it out properly and leave it to go out. We're going next door to be with David, where we're going to give away another 1,000 points. But let's see who's won it in this show, shall we? The winner is... Oh, don't forget to join us tonight, 6 till 7:30. It's going to be hilarious. Joanne Barber, well done, Joanne. Please keep an eye out from a message from us, and we will get those points added to your account. Please make sure to join us tonight between 6 and 7:30, where myself, Stephanie and David will be bringing you one long campaign across 3 half-hour shows, no break in the middle, brand new product, incredible deals. If you haven't got an account with us yet, please open one because you want to be a club member for tonight. I'll see you in about 5 minutes' time. See you in a bit.